Hello folks, thanks for riding along here today. Gonna go up and take a look at an old haunt that the gangsters literally from back in the day used to stop, stay at, drink, and carouse. It was razed to the ground yesterday. I'm gonna go take a look. Right back. Wonder if that's true. I don't want to have to find out. The building right over here behind the gas station, the brick building, see right there, kind of deco looking in a way. That used to be Star World Amusements. They sold all kinds of pinball machines and you name it. And I'm talking about the good ones. Okay. They had a little game room in there. They were in business a long time. They're not anymore. I wonder what's going to happen with the building. Looks like a pretty firm building yet. Yep, it is for sale. The old amusement. Now, what are you going to do? The new accommodations are coming right along. This is badly needed right here. As soon as they can get those operational right here, it's going to take a lot of people off the streets. So they claim. I think it will. A lot of work being done here on the bridge over the Kalamazoo River. No, it's not the bridge over the River Kwai. I don't know what they're trying to do here today. We're going up here straight ahead. That kind of looks nice, don't it? Right here too. The purple bushes. All right. Here on the corner to the right's a closed Walgreens. Yep, sure enough. Right through there, the closed McDonald's. There's a closed KFC just beyond that. Of course, we're near the hospital. But that one's outgoing. The hospital's up here on the left. Right here on the right is the juvenile court. And the juvenile lockup. Everything back in here and down below there with the metal roof is a jail. It is the famous juvie. Right here too, some of the offices for that. It all used to be in here. At one time, that right there was the juvie. That was the whole juvie right there. You couldn't even put the offices to the juvie in there. Not even begin to. Today. That's how far it's gone, we'll just say here. Okay, this road we're on right now used to be the only connection between Chicago and Detroit. It's M343. Turns into M43. Go a little farther. Takes it all the way up to Hastings and so forth. But you could also go a little south of here and hook up on another road that take us straight over to Detroit. But this was the way it came, and then it had a little bit south and then east. This is as far as what the people could drive back in the 20s and the 30s in one day. Was Kalamazoo from Chicago or Detroit, either way. And they would stay here in Kalamazoo, find little halfway houses, little roadhouses they used to call them, to stay in, have a tavern downstairs and rooms to let upstairs. And these real famous mobsters from the 20s and 30s that come right out and say it. Come right through here frequently. Al Capone had a place up in Gun Lake. It's north of here. And also over in Berrien Springs. Down in also in St. Joseph. Okay? Well, right up here is one of their stops. This used to be a 2-lane road. Okay? And at one time it was dirt. Just passing the famous Nazareth College and the Sisters of St. Joseph. It's, again, been razed. That's their front door. Sad. So, these fellas, they might have had an old ma with them, they called her to. This is where they would stop. Right up here. Next door was where they would drink. Okay? I think I can pull in across the street and we'll get a good look. It was owned by a lady named Sandy. It was known as Sandy's many years. And right here it is. The pictures she had hanging on the walls in here. Okay? I am not kidding you. They were taken from the back in the day, and there were a couple of very interesting individuals in those pictures. Right there's where it was. This is a crappy place in front of this pole. I'll be right back. And here you go. It was a 2-story home, kind of a large home, wood frame, and it had little front lawn, a nice front lawn, and parking along both sides of the home. There was a barn in the back, and you can see what's left of that. A little garage barn, okay? That'll date it. And that little hut right there, I think somebody tried to run another little business out of that. It's sitting right back there. And she, when she bought the place, it had been turned into a deli and a party store, a liquor store. Had a little place to sit there in the back. You could have lunch. So I'd go in there and sit down and have lunch. They had those old pictures all around hanging on the walls and so forth. The gas station out here in front. Okay? And that's the way it was. And then I noticed about 4 or 5 years ago, there was no activity here, and I thought, I wonder, Sandy must have closed. I hadn't been in town for about 6 years, and I hadn't been by here, and so she had been closed for a while, and so forth. But now it's gone altogether. They'll have to come and take the tanks out of the ground for the fuel and remediation, anything, that there. But I have no idea what's going to go in there. It was known as the Gull Road Quick Stop. And right over here is the sign. Okay. Next door, and we'll take a little look at that, is the Gert. We're going to talk about the Gert. 1 second. Okay, here's the Gert, aka Gull Road Tavern. Again, it used to be a house. People lived there. Okay? Right next door to the Roadhouse. Okay? In there was a drinking establishment in the front, and the proprietors lived in the rear. Okay? You can see there on the right-hand side, it's got a fireplace. Kind of cozy in there. What was the front room of their home? All right? There are some names that used to stay in there overnight from Chicago and Detroit and Cleveland. Yep. And we'll go over here next door, stay there too. Drink here next door at the Gert. Everybody thought that this was going to be tore down several years ago, and the folks came in there and renovated the whole place. Windows, siding, interior, roof, the chimney, the fireplace, everything. Fixed up the parking lot, but it's closed. All right. we're going to take off. And of course, down the street here on both sides, as the time went on, there were nothing but homes built. Where the liquor store is, and that corner was a home, and so forth. And they've been raised over the years, or turned into businesses, and the front lawn's taken out for parking and so forth. Down next door here to the old Roadhouse, you see wee storage and all that. That's what Gull Road's turned into. I'll be right back. I certainly have to give a shout out to the Frosty Boy here for using their parking lot here in my video. They have been here for decades. They're a standard of the industry here in Kalamazoo. And they got a whale of a hot dog in there too. I know. I just had one. I'll be right back. Thank you for watching this today. Thank you for subscribing, and hit that notification bell if you've subscribed. I have some really interesting videos coming up. Got one coming up right behind this one. $100,000 worth of damage to some construction equipment. We'll be right back with that one. See you in the next one. Stay safe.